The wisdom of life encountered through selected Korean short stories 2. First steps toward knowledge and culture, and beyond the wisdom of life encountered through selected Korean short stories 2. When we are alive, we often hesitate at the words knowledge or culture. Memories of school days or complex theories flicker through our minds, making it seem as if these two concepts belong exclusively to special individuals. However, true knowledge and culture are not solely confined to difficult books or refined conversations. Instead, they begin with understanding the universal emotions and wisdom found in the stories of ordinary people's lives. And the best guide to start this journey is literature, especially short stories that embody the essence of our time. Today, I would like to particularly share how selected Korean short stories 2, by Kim Tong-ni, Hwang Sun-won, Oh Young-soo, and others, shows that literature is not difficult or boring, but rather a precious experience that enriches our lives and deepens our understanding of the world. The short stories in this book move our hearts in a more vivid and touching way than any complex theory. They guide us across the threshold of knowledge and culture, offering a path to a greater depth. Why exactly short stories? Starting a literary journey without burden. When we usually think of reading books, we often imagine thick novels or rigid works of humanistic study, causing us to give up before even beginning. However, short stories are different. Each short story encloses a complete world within a short span. It is similar to watching a well-made movie. In a short span of several pages to a few dozen pages, one person's life, a society's problems, and a time's landscape are condensed and unfolded. Selected Korean Short Stories 2 is a treasure-like book that fully embodies the merits of short stories. This single book contains gems by literary giants of Korean literary history, including Kim Tong-ni, Hwang Sun-won, and Oh Young-soo. Each story is independent yet carries a strong message. Without burden, when you gradually read one or two stories at a time, you will soon gain a sense of profound emotion and understanding greater than having read several long novels. Like small pictures combining to form a grand mosaic, these short stories together present a grand picture of Korean people's lives and spirit. Inside selected Korean short stories 2, the lives and spirit of Koreans drawn by literary giants. Selected Korean Short Stories 2 features 3 authors who represent the golden age of Korean literature. Each of them, with their own unique perspectives and styles, portrays deep feelings of our people and the intense struggles of life. Their stories are not merely records of the past, but still offer resonance to those living today. 1. Kim Tong-ni, who explored shamanism and the primal life force of human beings. Kim Tong-ni was an author who expressed profound insight into the primal vitality and fate of human beings, based on Korean indigenous beliefs, shamanism. Through his representative works, we witness how traditional values and beliefs, threatened by modernization, conflict and struggle with human life. For example, his short story Mujang, the Witch, deals with the tragic conflict between the mother Moha, who represents indigenous shamanism, and her son UK, who has become Christian. This story shows more than religious conflict. It clearly portrays how traditional ways of life and modern values, emerging suddenly, shake individuals, families, and even entire communities. Moha's shamanistic rituals are not simple superstition but a channel through which human beings communicate with nature and express their joys and sorrows. Her dance and songs are expressions of ancient wisdom offering comfort to the suffering. In contrast, UK's Christian faith represents rational and logical new order. The clash between these two worlds leads to a tragic outcome, but it makes the audience deeply reflect on the beauty of what is disappearing and the sense of loss from its extinction. In another work, Dongshinbul, Kim explores the ascetic life, human desires, and the painful pursuit of enlightenment, all through a Buddhist worldview. Kim Tong-ni's stories lead us to find deep meaning and spiritual longing, even in what we may dismiss as superstitions, and challenge us to question what is genuinely valuable in our rapidly changing world. His stories offer important clues to understanding the shamanistic worldview and fatalistic thinking that deeply root in the Korean spirit. 2. Hwang Sun-won, a lyrical poetry of purity and tragic beauty. Hwang Sun-won is one of the most beautiful expressions of the Korean lyric sensibility. His works mainly deal with the pure and often tragic essence of human emotion, the connection with nature, and the order of life and death. His writing is concise yet deeply resonant, leaving a soft lingering aftertaste in the reader's heart for a long time. His representative work, Sanagi, Rainbow, draws the tender and pure first love between a boy from the city and a country girl against the background of beautiful natural scenery. The brief but intense meeting and the sudden farewell, like an unexpected summer shower together, convey the thrill and bittersweetness of first love, moving the hearts of many readers. This work reminds us, who live in a complicated modern society, of how precious the pure and beautiful emotions we have forgotten actually are. Duk Jabanian Nalbayan, the old man who makes bowls, portrays the grandeur and tragic beauty of human existence through the life of an elderly man who maintains his craftsmanship in the face of suffering and destiny. The old man dedicates his entire life to making the finest bowls with clay, even in solitude and poverty. The clay gains life in his hands, and his life becomes art itself. This work praises the dignity and artistic spirit that remain untouched even in the face of hardship, prompting questions about what true value is. Moreover, Hak, the Crane, regarded as a masterpiece of divided Korea literature, shows the tragic consequences of war and the preciousness of human connection through the story of two friends conflicting over childhood innocence and ideological differences. Hwang Sun-won's works gently yet powerfully awaken us to the essential beauty of humanity, the natural order, the inevitable pain of life, and the human effort to overcome it. 3. Oh Young-soo Humble lives imbued with local sentiment. Oh Young-soo mainly depicts the everyday lives of humble people and the hardships and emotions contained within, as well as the image of the community, through local settings. His works are not showy, but they contain deep humanity and a warm gaze toward life in a calm style. His representative work, Gi-ma-seol, the seaside village, vividly portrays the painful lives of fishing village people, the love and separations that bloom among them, and the resilience of women who live in submission to fate. The stories unfolding against the backdrop of the sea show humans as both fragile and strong in the face of nature's laws. In particular, the hardship and pain experienced by the women of the seaside village and their relentless determination toward life remind us of the lost community bonds and reverence for nature we have lost. Oh Young-soo's stories help us discover genuine humanity and life wisdom in the lives we may easily overlook. Through his stories, we can glimpse the lives of our grandparents, their simple yet enduring life force. His works revive the old charm and communal values we have lost, offering comfort and helping us find warmth in today's harsh lives. The implications of selected Korean short stories too for today, redefining knowledge and culture. Through selected Korean short stories too, we obtain not just a few old stories but the following precious knowledge and culture. 1. Expanding the view of the world. The various lives depicted in the book broaden our perspective. By understanding the thoughts and feelings of people from different times and environments, we can look at the world more broadly and deeply. This helps us escape narrow-minded thinking and develop a mindset that respects diverse values. 2. Enhancing empathy. Literature allows us to indirectly experience the lives of others. By empathizing with the joys, sorrows, sufferings, and hopes of the characters, we improve our ability to understand and consider others' emotions. This is a significant asset when living in society and forming relationships with others. It makes us realize that knowledge and culture are not just about knowing with the mind, but understanding with the heart. 3. Deepening historical and cultural understanding. The works of Kim Tong-ni, Hwang Sun-won, and Oh Young-soo are set against the tumultuous history of modern Korean history, including the Japanese colonial period, liberation, and the Korean War. Through literature, we can vividly feel the pain and sorrow of those who lived through these times, as well as the values they preserved. This is a living story, not dry historical knowledge from textbooks, helping us understand our roots and identity. 4. Reflection on self and life. The conflicts and choices faced by characters in the stories become a mirror for our own lives. We question ourselves: what values do I pursue? Where does my happiness come from? How should I respond to unavoidable pain and fate as a human being? These fundamental questions allow us to deeply reflect on the meaning and value of life. This is the core of true wisdom and culture. 5. Enhancing sensitivity to language and expressive ability. Reading great literary works is the most effective way to develop a sense of language. Through the beautiful sentences and subtle expressions of the authors, we feel the richness and beauty of our language and naturally enhance our vocabulary and expressive abilities. This extends beyond writing well. It becomes the ability to clearly convey our thoughts and feelings and understand others' words deeply. 6. Emotional comfort and wisdom. Life is sometimes burdensome and painful. At such times, literature offers great comfort and strength. By witnessing the trials and overcoming processes of the characters, we find solace in knowing we are not alone and gain courage and wisdom to face life's difficulties. This is the warm, comforting strength of true culture that touches the heart and guides life. 7. Cultivating critical thinking and imagination. Literature poses questions to readers. As we consider the underlying aspects of events in the stories, infer characters' motives, and discern authors' intentions, we develop critical thinking skills. Additionally, the process of imagining the world beyond the words vastly expands our imagination. This is crucial when seeking creative solutions to new problems in a rapidly changing society. Open the beautiful door of literature. Selected Korean Short Stories 2 is a book that can offer confidence and joy to those who feel a lack of knowledge and culture. The effortless start provided by these short stories removes any vague fear of literature, and the sense of accomplishment after each story you read will help you discover the joy of reading. Literature is the most beautiful tool that enriches our lives. It shows us worlds we have not experienced, awakens feelings we've forgotten, and helps us better understand our own existence. Through the life fragments offered by authors Kim Tong-ni, Wong Sun-won, and Oh Young-soo, I hope you will realize that knowledge and culture are not distant or difficult, but precious values already embedded in our everyday lives. Open Selected Korean Short Stories 2 right now. In the moment you turn the first page, you will not only encounter stories but also meet a new world filled with the emotions, wisdom, and universal truths of our people. This world will surely grow your knowledge and culture, enriching your life with greater depth and meaning. This is the greatest gift books offer and the true power of literature.